Hello, stars. I am so glad you're here. I am actually so excited for today's discussion topic. But before we get into that, I guess an introduction is necessary. So, hi, I'm Astra Sotelo, and I guess this is technically the first official video on the YouTube. So, on my YouTube channel. So this was a very spontaneous decision to start both this and my writing Instagram, which I'm probably going to be posting more updates on there than I will on YouTube, but I do still plan to be pretty active on here. Okay. If you want more of an introduction to me, watch more videos, find out who I am, or check out the Instagram. But yeah, I guess we can get right into this. So first off, I hope NaNoWriMo is going wonderfully for you guys. I hope you guys are getting motivation from it. Don't feel bad if you're not like on schedule or if you don't think you're gonna get 50,000 words done. Just use it as motivation to write like a little bit every day. I feel like that's how I use it, and that's probably not smarter, but probably better than using it as like pressure to write. This doesn't even have to, like, your project from NaNoWrimo doesn't even have to be a story that you plan to publish. It could just be practice, writing, getting in the groove of it. I have no idea what I plan to do with my NaNoWrimo project, but I do plan to finish it, whether it's in the time of NaNoWrimo or not. Right now it is November 11th, so November 5th, the month is 11, sorry. I am still on track. I haven't written for today yet, which I probably should have because it's like noon, but it's fine. I've been doing homework. But yeah, I'm just kind of on schedule. Today's video, why I brought up NaNoWrimo, is the introduction to my NaNoWrimo project. In other words, Project Stone. So I know this is coming late, considering it is the 5th where I'm recording this, but I didn't record this earlier because, again, very spontaneous decision to do this. But I don't have anything to move my stuff from my phone onto my laptop where I would edit it, combine it with the audio, and post it. And I have Windows 10, and for some reason, which I just found out, it is extremely hard to move videos and photos from your device onto your computer, because even if you had a camera, that's also apparently extremely hard. And I'm running very low on storage, so I should actually probably get to the video. Hi. So Project Stone. I'm just giving you guys a quick overview and just talking about it because I have been dying to do this and dying to talk about my stories with literally anyone, because I don't really have, well, it's not that I don't have people like that here. It's just I feel like I'm a bit of a nuisance when I do, because I can get a little bit excited about it because it is my story. But Project Stone is basically about, it's a revolution. Project Stone is about a revolution, but they don't pick up an army. They don't try and get the people on board. In fact, the one leading the revolution is the second imperial prince of the empire, and so he can't openly like say, yeah, I want to kick my father and my older brother off the throne, and he doesn't want harm to come to his people, like the people of the country. So he goes and he finds Aspen, which is probably the main character, but there are 4 main characters, 4.5. And Aspen, this is a fantasy novel for starters, and everyone has like a stone, hence Project Stone, that kind of indicates what type of magic they can use and kind of puts them on a pre-made scale. Aspen, her stone kind of broke the scale, but she has a very bad history with people in power, So, because of her stone. So she kind of went off into hiding, picked up a few strays on the way, and wants nothing to do with a hierarchy or anything. And so Alexander, the prince, he tries to find her, he goes to find her, and he gets her help, attempts to get her help, to do this revolution quietly and without causing any harm to anyone. I have, like, in terms of backstory, like what happened directly before the novel starts, I have 3 points which I'll actually read out to you guys. First one is Aspen is a sorcerer with great magic, but she chooses to stay in hiding, which is conveniently close to the capital. It needed to be close to the capital because of stuff happening later in the novel, which I'm not going to say. Alexander wants to save his country, and to do that, he needs to dethrone his father and his older brother. Hearing rumors of Aspen and her power, he goes out to find her. And that's where the novel starts. Honestly, I've never actually written a novel before, so I don't know how long this is going to be. Right now, it's pretty on track. I think I'm on chapter 4 and am like 100 or so words off from 8K. So it's, how many chapters do I plan for there to have? 22. So I still have a long ways to go. I think 50,000 is a reasonable number, but again, not really much clue. There's a lot of like social structure and hierarchy that comes in play in this novel, in this story. And people pay very close attention and are very reliant on that. The point of, I find just this little thing in my story kind of funny. So infidelity, if you cheat on someone and you have like a child out of that affair, if you're like royal, you can be killed. Can you hear the dog? Like, because they're so reliant on the social structure and the structure that the stones levels give you, and it is reliant on blood. That's why. So if you have like a blood child with someone who, if a royal has a blood child with someone who also isn't a royal or a royal level, and the child comes out and it's proven that, or that the child has like the fathers or the mothers, whoever the other person is, if it has their level, the royal can be killed, not the other person, the royal, because the royal wants to keep the standard. There's very little royals because, again, there are more than just this empire in this world, but we don't hear of them. We hear briefly of them, but we don't actually talk about them in this one. And I needed a reason for them to be so strict on it, and for the royals for there not to be any just wandering royals ever. So infidelity and you're royal, you get killed, basically. I just find that a funny little snippet. Let's get into the characters, because I said 4 main characters, 4.5 main characters, and I'll explain why I keep saying that. So first main character, Aspen, who is the sorcerer who just avoids anyone of power, anyone who holds a position of power. She is 20. She could live on her own, but she hasn't had to for a while because of the strays she picked up, which is Raven and Caesar. Raven also actually has had a bad backstory with people in power, but a different type of power, like a different type of people in power. Caesar, he's got his own stuff going on, but it doesn't directly relate to the power struggle. And it's actually more internal for him. He just dips a lot. Like, he gets up and he leaves. And Aspen and Raven, my gosh, I was like, who am I talking about? Aspen and Raven have gotten used to this and just kind of let him do his thing. He's strong enough to be able to handle himself, and sometimes he just needs a breather, and they don't really mind that. But he is gone. He comes back from a journey at the beginning of the novel. But yeah, sometimes he just, stuff gets a bit too much for him and he has to leave, and he's gone. He can be gone for months at a time. That's probably his most annoying trait, is that he just leaves and he doesn't tell anyone. But yeah, these two live both with Aspen, so she hasn't had to actually live on her own for a while because these two have stick very close to her. Sorry. Raven, specifically, she grew up like having to take care of her little siblings. Raven is 21, Caesar's 22, so Raven kind of sees Aspen as a little sibling and tries to take care of her, you know, in every way that she can. And Caesar, he cares, but he kind of lets Raven take over, and he lets her, like, be the adult in the household. And so he's more of a playful kind of character. He's the character that kind of lightens up the tension a little bit, because Aspen's very serious. Aspen's very quiet. I say serious, but it's because of other situations going on during the novel that she needs to be serious. And Raven is very, like, motherly, so she's always worrying about specifically Aspen. Caesar's, again, gone a lot of the time, so she's gotten used to just letting him be himself. And then there's Alexander, which is the prince. He is also 21 years old, so same age as Raven. He's a royal. I don't know how better to explain it. He's been trained and taught in a lot of, like, negotiation tactics, and so you don't often see who he is until our 0.5 character comes in, Natalie, his little sister. He cares for her a lot. She is 12. She also just kind of randomly pops in. She follows him. He doesn't know that she's there. And she's a very curious girl. And nobody tells her what's going on, because there's a rebellion. She's 12. She doesn't need to know about that. And considering it is her father and older brother that are being kicked off the throne, they don't want her to know. So whenever she comes, that kind of disrupts everything, and they can't talk about it, and they can't do anything in terms of the rebellion. Have I been saying revolution? I meant rebellion. I apologize. But yes, and so we don't really see Alexander as human till his little sister comes in. He treats this whole situation with Aspen, Caesar, and Raven as like oh my gosh, my voice keeps cracking. What is up with me? Okay, he treats it as like a very business thing. He doesn't want to get close to them. And to be fair, Aspen doesn't want to get close to him either, because he is a prince. He holds a lot of power. Honestly, a big thing in this story is just trust issues. Nobody trusts anyone except for Natalie. Natalie is the trust in everything, and there should be more Natalie. There should be more Natalie in everyone, and I think they really also kind of need to realize that. I guess by the end they kind of do. I'm so worried I'm gonna say something that's gonna, like, spoil everything, because I don't know how much to say and how much not to say, but I just want to talk about it. I want to talk about all of it, but I can't spoil all of it, because then you're not gonna read it if I decide to publish it. So, by the way, I'm doing this, and I plan to do more updates for NaNoWriMo, and I know I have a video planning on coming out of just the process of me figuring out this, like YouTube and how to do everything, and I'll probably just do some like day in the life vlogs, because I am a college student and a writer, and so my Christmas break starts early December, so I am still in school and finals are still kind of at the end of this month, beginning of next month. So I am going to be busy with a lot of homework, so that's day in the life might be a bit more content than just writing. But after the NaNoWriMo, after I finish actually writing this, I'm like a writing and publishing student. So I do know how to edit a manuscript and the process of kind of publishing it. That's kind of what I'm learning. I'm on my last year of that, so we are getting into basic manuscript editing is one of the classes. So over the Christmas break, I will try and make videos and stuff like that of me actually editing it. But again, I'm gonna be at my dad's, and he doesn't know anything about me doing this. Well, he knows about the writing because I asked if I can print it out, because I don't have a printer. But he doesn't know about YouTube or the social media aspect of what I'm doing, so I would get very worried about being like doing any of this in front of him. Not like worried, but just like conscious of myself. So I'll probably only record much when he and my stepmom are gone at work, which I don't know how often that's gonna be, but yeah. I think that's all. I think that's where I'm gonna leave it. I don't think I'm gonna say any more about Project Stone. If you want to know more, again, check out the Instagram. And stay tuned, I guess, because I'll drop some information every now and then, because I like my story and I talk about it. I think about it a lot, so even if it's not a video about my writing, likely chances I'll end up going on a tangent about my writing. But yes, okay, I'll leave it at that. I hope you guys have had a great day. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I enjoyed this. I hope to stay more updated on YouTube and all of that. I'm still figuring out my banner right now, the little banner, because that's more difficult than I thought it would be. But yeah, I hope NaNoWriMo is going good for you guys. I hope it continues to go good, and I hope to see you guys, talk to you guys soon. I hope to see you guys soon. A quiet revolution. And I don't know if I'm actually using that term right. Quiet revolution. Is that a term? I'm searching it up. Revolution. I'm a writer, but my spelling's terrible. The Quiet Revolution. Oh, is a thing. It was an actual. It's recent too. 1960 to 1970. The Quiet Revolution refers to a significant period of social, political, and social cultural transformation in French Canada. Oh my God, it was in my country too. Holy. Particularly in Quebec following the election of 1960. My God, that really just shows how into history I am and how much I paid attention to in social class. Okay. It's a revolution.